Alright, this is going to be going back to a beautiful romantic competitive tournament. On one round, I played in competitive chess mode on World Chess Online, and I repasted all the copy and pasted the move into lead chess and how to actually use the fly deliver attack romantic chess in the competitive sense. So this is how I dismantled the two knights defense. So let's get straight to it. I'm gonna go put a better background for my thing. I'll go wait, crap. This gameplay background here. I guess I'll go desktop. Just give me a quick second. Thumbnails. Guess we'll go anti-theory, yeah. So let's get straight to it. I was playing just one round FPO Rapid 45 and 10. Basically a classical tournament. So I decided to go with E4, E5. And I have 3, knight C6, bishop C4, knight F6, the two knights defend G5 to fire liver attack, D5 to Traxler, D takes D5, sacrificing a pawn for the knight to capture back. Knight takes more theory, knight takes F7, going into a very sharp line where white has a slight advantage, but even though I sacrifice materials, so king takes, queen F3 is a slight inaccuracy. Two love depth engines, but also it is a place where it's like there's sort of only moves type of systems where it's only move type of systems where the best move the computer wants to do is this. King e6, but that is very hard for a human to find unless you really know your theory. So, and my opponent makes this blunder, which you punish, and then you get this checkmate. Okay, so I guess we'll go over the theory of this. So, e4, the king's pawn opening, e5, we go into the open game. And f3, the king's knight opening. And if you go into here, this is we call the queen's knight opening or the Vienna game. I like to call it either the queen's knight opening because it's just queenside development, develop the knight, right? E4, E5, knight f3, knight c6. So this very simple, knight c6 is the natural most common move. The second most common move is the Petrov's defense. The third, I would say in the highest level, knight c6 is usually the best. What you can also do is d6 the Fyodor defense. You can go knight f6 the Petrov's defense for the Russian game. You can also go sort of like a reverse Alapin Sicilian, but that's for later. But the main three responses is this, or going for like a reverse Italian. But the main response is knight f6. Now the best high tier system, like that's like the Italian is also really good, but you gotta really study the book theory and use this one out to a draw. So I decided to go and not play the Rulli Lopez, the Spanish torture, and I decided to go for the Italian game. I'm gonna read off what the wiki book says. White develops the bishop to a good square and puts pressure on the f7 pawn and controls the d5 square and presses the f7 black pawn, the vulnerable pawn in black's position. Having developed both their kingside pieces very quickly, white is ready to castle, of course. White's plan is to build a swift attack on f7, create a big central c4 and d4, which basically this pawn break. There's no immediate threat to black's position, but they have some flexibility in how to respond. They can respond in many different ways. The computer's best line is the two knights defense. The two knights in defense is putting pressure on the e4 pawn and very simply getting closer to castling. Maybe trying to go for a Gucci piano, he's basically like kind of playing the Berlin defense, but in the Rulli Lopez, very sharp, but practically the best defense if you know all the theory. So it defends e4, right? E4 pawn snug, the most logical ways to defend it, or you could do the slightly dubious move and actually go like this to play a way more romantic chess and sharp type of line to threaten this because of the blunder at h6, but I decided to do something slightly more dubious. I had to go knight to g5. It's a sideline, but the most common amateur move. This romantic move is the attack advantage that black is giving up control of g5 and cannot castle yet. However, it's unprincipled to attack while finishing develop, and black equalizes with the best play, which is absolutely accurate. So, but that's the point. If you don't know how to play perfectly in this opening, you don't get to equalize. And I'm okay with black equalizing. You see a lot of Grandmaster and title players like, oh, I don't want to equalize. Let black equalize right away. I don't think it really matters. I think if you're a good enough, confident enough, and good enough chess player, you shouldn't matter um if white or black equalize or not. What's really the tip here is be okay with black equalizing. If you equalize, it's a fair game. So now you have 100%. If it's your fault you lost, 100% their fault they lost. There's no he had a micro amount or he had this very good opening. It completely says this is on you. So black obviously needs defense f7. The best way to go for the tracker going for d5 and then takes and knight takes, or you could even just step out the knight to the side, I believe, like this. Or I think it's this, and then I kind of like this. Because it forces this, and then you kind of trade off the bishop pair. Or you can go check, or you can go like this. It's either or. You see me? I would probably trade off and basically allow a major attack type system, completely try to undermine the center, as an example. And but let's get straight to e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, right? Going for knight g5, right? Knight needs to obviously defend it. So a lot of different things you can do. The best way to defend the f7 is sacrifice the pawn and e takes d5 and have 7 moves tried. You can do knight a5, you can knight f6, bishop d2, bishop d6 castle. You can go b5. You can go knight d4. You can knight takes d5 and go for the sort of fried liver or the Law's attack. I mean, it goes d5, take, knight takes is out immediate capture the pawn. Sometimes thought dubious, oftentimes theory considered quite playable, but from a positional point of view, it's not really considered the best move. Why? Because you get to create an open, aggressive attack line, and reason why it's playing it rarely played at the master level. While modern analysis is such theoretically playable, few think. A lot of people say 95 is more practical. I think also it's absolutely a brand aggressive knight sacrifice because it opens up this check. But the only move to really get safe is this move. You can't go here because that's just absolutely stupid. You can literally that just doesn't make any type of sense. You completely lose the game, right? And if you go here or here or here, this is even worse, right? Same exact thing. You lose the game on the spot. And no one, and that's pretty hard to find. And even though I have a 0.5 advantage, it's like a lot of pressure, and black can theoretically defend, but if you don't know how to really defend this system really well, then it's very, very okay, well, I need to slow down and actually really think. And if you don't know the theory behind it, I mean, this is actually probably a very non-standard way to catch white off guard, but I don't know. I mean, but to really teach the point is, this is why I decided to do it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play 1100 on a FIDE. 1100. I'm gonna go for a straight win. Let me try an old classical system and try to catch my opponent off guard, which I did, and I got a force mate in 11 moves. What does this teach you? When you're playing against people with lower elo than you, try different systems, experiment, test things. Like in a competitive sense, if I was playing someone around my elo rating, I would have probably not played the system. I'm looking at 1100. I know I need to win, and I know that I need to win or draw. I'm most likely not going to draw because there's no reason for me to. So let me risk everything and go for the win. And so what does that teach you guys? Some old class fashion theory. How to really understand how sharp the two knights' defense is and how it's very theoretical and sharp and complicated. And it's not the best for intermediate play as it gets punished like this. So I hope you guys enjoyed something new in this one quick game. Like, comment, subscribe. Share this with somebody new. Get the Truthful Analysis book, $19.99. Go get the backwards method course, $500 USD. Make your investment. Sure, you get your ROI. Disclaimers, that's not literally for legal purposes, as a disclaimer, that's not literally me saying that. So, thank you guys for watching. Bye.